Good afternoon, we are from Group 4. I'm Yap Zhi Shing and my members are Zakirah, Fazira and Seetha. Our title is Make Your Own Business. We have done a Google Form survey to find out the issues related to weaknesses of enterprising skill among UTM students. The results show that more than half of the students, which are 54.5%, don't have any experience in joining enterprising talk. Half of the students think that the implementation of entrepreneurial knowledge are rarely in UTM. There are 25% of the students think that the implementation is not very often among UTM students. Meanwhile, only 5% of the students agree that the implementation is very often in UTM. Few issues that causes the weaknesses of enterprising skill among UTM students had been found. The main issue is the students are lacking of business knowledge. This probably due to the basic business knowledge is not embedded in the syllabus of tertiary education. As a result, students hardly to have the opportunity to obtain business advice from a professional. The second issue is lacking of high-order thinking skills. This might due to the thinking skills are not taught directly in the management classrooms. Thus, it causes the students unable to construct and evaluate arguments properly. Last but not least, lacking of resources in the development of a communication skills has also caused the low level of enterprising skills among UTM students. Students have the deficit ability to demonstrate awareness of their communication strengths and weaknesses because they rarely practice these skills in the simulated and non-simulated environment.
Basically, our activity Make Your Own Business consists of innovation, creativity, and efficiency. This is our organizational chart that was led by Seetha Santhanan, our director, following with Vice President Yap Zhi Shing, our Secretary Zakirah Buhari, and last but not least, Treasurer Fazira Latib that was handled by me. This program gives a best practice of innovation and development in the sense of business for students. Dr. Afnizan Faisal bin Abdullah, CEO of Synap Sendirian Berhad, will give his talk throughout this program. He is known as very successful businessman, and the participant will be given an hour to prepare and to pitch their idea to the judges. The graduate attributes that involve are communication skills, thinking skills, and enterprising skills. The program was named as Make Your Own Business. That will be held on Friday, 10 of June 2022. The allocated time was 12 noon until 4:30 p.m. in the evening. The venue of this program is at Dewan Sultan Iskandar University Technology Malaysia, Skudai, Johor. Our contents will be consist of 2 slots, business talk and followed by entrepreneurship competitions. This program was sponsored by Yayasan Pembangunan Keluarga Darul Ta'zim.
Alright, so our main goal is to inspire and empower UTM students to develop vibrant new ideas which can help them have a better future. This is by breaking old thinking patterns and forming new connections. Moving on with the objectives, we mainly focus on 3 aspects, which is communication, thinking, and enterprise. We aim to strengthen communication skills of students to be able to be more outspoken in their career life. Next, to develop critical thinking so that students can evaluate information well. And thirdly, to motivate them to be creative in sense of business and entrepreneurship. Our program is organized exclusively for UTM students. Our target audience will be students from all courses, no matter which level of education, diploma, undergraduate, and postgraduate. For the first part of our program, we have invited Dr. Afnizan Faisal bin Abdullah, the CEO of Synapse Innovation, to give a talk about business, more in-depth about the truth of business. And for the second part of the program, the entrepreneurship competition, the invited judges are none other than the senior lecturers of our HIPS, Dr. Batiah Mahadi and Dr. Abdul Razak. So, this will be our tentative. where our program starts off at 12 p.m. upon the arrival of students and the registration begins 15 minutes later. At sharply 12:30, the first part of our program will begin with a talk session about the truth of business, and a break time after that. At around 2 p.m., the facilitators will be giving a briefing about the competition, followed by the distribution of groups. Then, the entrepreneurial competition begins at 3 p.m. and will be given an hour to complete the task. The groups will be instructed to pitch their ideas at 3:30 p.m. And finally, approximately 4:15 p.m., we will announce the winners, following with the closing ceremony at 4:30 p.m. Alright then, for the financial statement, our expenses include food, technical, the speaker's appreciation, and for the prizes, which is the first place is 150 ringgit, second place is 100 ringgit, and third place is 50 ringgit. The overall expenses round up to a total of 1,200 ringgit. Fortunately, this amount will be fully sponsored by Yayasan Pembangunan Keluarga Johor Darul Tazim.
For the monitoring part, the first step is recruit committee members to ensure the flow program is conducting smoothly. Secondly, arrange weekly meetings to get updates from each unit to monitor the progress of the program. Thirdly, divide the committee members into a different unit and each unit in charge of respective job scopes. So I will continue with the next part is evaluation part. Evaluation that we got from a Google Form survey that we did and we spread to the UTM students. So a Google Form survey was initiated by the team to gain data regarding the enterprising skill among UTM students. And for this survey, we got 23 responses. We also include request feedback and suggestion of improvement via a post-mortem meeting or a exit survey. So based on the Google Form survey, we got feedback, 7 responses on feedback. The majority would say about don't be boring and also make it online or a face-to-face program. So the next part is the students' interest rates. According to the survey, 63.6% of UTM students pick option yes, which indicates that they are interested in joining the program. For the reflection part A, the business talk, students have the opportunity to learn valuable knowledge by reflecting a better professional image in sense of projecting high self-esteem and confidence, implement change of mindset of young adults about the working world. For part B, entrepreneurial competition, team formation with unfamiliar faces to achieve the same goal allows to again a strength of being a socialization person, thinking of forming a structured plan of action with clear goals, and the ability to form strong relations. As a conclusion, graduate attributes are the elevated traits, skills, and interpretation that UTM students should acquire as an outcome of their university learning and experiences, especially throughout our program, Make Your Own Business. Participants will have the opportunity to advance their personal development, knowledge, and social achievement. Therefore, they are endowed to be engaged citizens, both at domestically and abroad in a world of business by developing an acknowledgement of various cultures and perceptions.